नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिका तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामनि गौरात्वेषे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So most auspicious Madhava Tithi Hari Vasre Ekadashi at Sri Radha Gopinath temple. You are all welcome for morning Hari Katha Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, which is Ashram, which is the smiling, beautiful face of Lord Sri Krishna. And especially Krishna only comes once in a day of Brahma's along with his eternal associate, simply to display the pastime of Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya Ras. He has no other business. So the section which we are discussing is Madhurya Ras, the conjugal mellows. So it is a little higher than really our level, so it's really not easy to understand, because this is conjugal mellows. Now, why this pastime is here? Sukadeva Goswami is writing that there was some darpa shamanam. Darpa. You know darpan? Why it is called darpan? क्यों कहते हैं इसको? उसमें मुंह देखे आदमी से आई एम द बेस्ट. दर्प आए जिसको देखने से उसको दर्पण कहते हैं. That is called darpan. By seeing you will have little pride. That is called darpan. So darpa means when you have little sense of superiority, I am most important personality, without me nothing happens, that Krishna never likes. That's what Sukadev's opinion. Sukadeva Goswami's opinion is this. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's opinion is, it is like there's a fragrance of camphor, it won't come until you really praise it. So Krishna's words are a grinding mortar which are going to squeeze what is in the heart of Rukmini Devi. So it's like this. If there's an orange and ask you to praise the orange, which juice will come? Mango? Huh? Why? Why not mango? So no mango juice will not come, right? So similarly, if some devotee is humiliated, is chastised, and what will come out of him? If he is angry, what will come out? It means what is inside, it will come out, right? Whatever is inside, that will come out. So Krishna is really testing the devotees by different angles. What is inside, that will come out. So here Rukmini is an example that what is coming out is nothing but pure love, because it is only love there. So for us devotees, we have to understand really, we have to be many times undergo this squeezing operation, a cold press, oil. We have to undergo, and then what is coming out, that is what our real identity is. That is really the whole purpose of this section. What is inside, how it comes out. Krishna is just doing this. At one stage it is said by Vishwanath Chakravarti, Rukmini is saying, you are just using me to teach others that how the behavior should be of a husband and a wife. Something like, in the end his comment is like that. So now we are reading this verse. This verse is spoken by Rukmini Devi after she regained consciousness. So she became unconscious, which is described by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur as a layer, which is the highest ecstasy of the Anubhava. So this was the highest ecstasy, and she was in that ecstasy actually. That's what he says. This is what is a Madhurya Leela. This is the ecstasy. She came out of that, and at that time Krishna manifested four-ended form. And Rukmini, she is Lakshmi. Bhishmak is a milk ocean. Bhishmak is a milk ocean. And by churning, first came the poison Rukmi, the brother. That's the first came the poison, and then came the Rukmini, which is Lakshmi. And what is the meaning of Rukmini? A ray of molten say gold. Ray of molten gold. So who is complete molten gold? Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi. So she is ray of Radharani. Is right? She is the expansion of Radharani. All the queens of Dwarka are expansion of Radharani. Right? what Krishna was expecting from Rukmini Man, the level of the love Krishna was actually wanting to relish was Man. She should be really angry. But somehow she surpassed the Man and she went all the way to Bhava Anubhav, Pranaya, and after that she was on the 7th stage. So this is interesting really phenomena to see. But this verse when she is speaking, now she is pacified by Krishna as a Narayan to the Lakshmi. And he tested actually as a Krishna. He tested as a Krishna and is pacified as a Narayan. It's interesting. Huh? Because this, in Vaikuntha, this Leela is not possible. So this Dwarka Leela is higher than Vaikuntha Leela. So it is the sweet Leela of Sri Krishna. So now she is very intelligently analyzing the words used by Krishna in teasing as really the qualification of Krishna. So that's what now this section is dealing with these verses. So this verse has two analysis of the two aspects of verse 16. So it is better to refresh verse 16 and then go to this verse, then we can understand this very easily. So verse 16, Krishna is saying Vaidarbhi. He is not saying Rukmani. Vaidarbhi means you are princess. Vidrabraj, huh? the princess Vaidarbhi. Etad avigna. This is your, avigna means you don't know. It is your, avigna, what is it? You don't know. It was your blind choice. It's not intelligent choice. Vaishnava, Kriya, Mudra, that is Vigya. The same Vigya is there. So Krishna is saying, you have not understood actually, really, who am I? Vigyaya, Srila Prabhupada translated Vigyaya, not knowing. Simple. Why this was really a blind decision? Tvaya, Tabaya, Adiragha, Tvaya, your, Adiragha. Diragha means long-sighted. They say four-sightedness. Adiragha means short-sightedness. Adiragha samiksha. You have not analyzed properly really in selecting me. You have not really analyzed everything perfectly. And then he's saying, Vrata vayam. Vrata means you have chosen me. Vrata means varanyam. Varanyam means you have chosen me. Vrata vayam gunaihi hina. I have no any qualification. Gunahina. I have no guna. Bhikshu bhihi. Even if Rukmini says, no, you have your many great qualities are sung by the many saintly people. He said, oh, what you are speaking of saintly people? Bhikshu bhihi. They are all beggars, they are singing my glories. This is not really some saintly people. So she said, Bhikshu bhihi, the beggars, Shlaghisha, they are glorifying me. Muda, they are fools. That's what the verse is. So this is the answer to this verse. So now let us read this verse. So where are we now? We are in the palace of Rukmini. It is the rising moon, a time of evening. And Rukmini is not alone. She is with all her maid servants. And she has taken the whisk from the hand of a maid servant and she is doing herself the personal service to Lord. And that is giving her service, ecstasy of the service. And at that time Krishna is really started saying something which was surprising to her. So let's go to the palace of Dwarka, and what Rukmini is saying now, let us hear. Tvam niyat danda munibhi gaditanubhava Atma dishascha jagatam iti me vrtosi Hitva bhavadbhrova udrita kala vega Dhvasta ashisho abajbhava nakapatim kuto anye Tvam niyastadanda munibhi gaditanubhava Atma disascha jagatam iti me vrtosi Hitva bhavadbhroha udrita kala vega Dvasto ashisho abajbhavana kapatim kuto anye Tvam niyata dandaha munibhe gaditanubhava Manamadishascha jagatam iti me vrta Hitva bhavadbhrova udrita kala vega Dvanta shisho abhajabhava nakapatim kuto anye Yenda munibhe gaditam Itva bhavadadrova vidikala vega Shisho bhajabhavana kapatim kuto anya Bhamnyasta danda munibhe gaditanubhava Atma dishascha jagatam iti me vrtasi Hitva bhavadahva vyala vega Dvasta shisho abhajabhavana kapati Martin. Hare Krishna. So first line is the answer, the beggars are glorifying you. So Rukmini is saying, Tvam, you. She is saying you. Niyasta danda munibhi, those who have given up their danda. Niyata giving up, danda, munibhi. Like Sukadeva Goswami, he is a muni, he has no danda. Yeah? Right? He has no danda. That is a muni. Sukadeva Muni, no danda. Vyasadeva Muni, no danda. And our sixth Goswami, no danda. That is the meaning of muni bhi, niyasta danda. Those who have given up their danda, they are paramhansas. What they are doing? Gadita anubhavam. They are glorifying your prowess. So you are glorified. You said you are glorified beggars? Yes. These beggars are Paramhansas. These are the beggars who have given up all material thing of this world, and they are simply seeing your opulences and glories, and they are glorifying that. So they are Danda Munibhi, Niyasta Danda Munibhi. So Niyasta Danda Munibhi means one who has given up his regulated sannyas rod, and he is beyond that as a Paramhansa. Right? And Nityananda Prabhu has broken the dand of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he can glorify Krishna in Jagannath Puri in a wonderful verses. So he is also Niyasta Danda Bhi. His dand was broken, right? No? So danda broken. So it means, really what it means that Paramhansas in that stage, when they glorify Krishna, they really understand Krishna. It's not that, it means what Mahaprabhu has asked from the Ramanand Rai, Varna ashram is Bahya. So dand is Bahya. To understand the glories of Janma Karamcha Me Devyam, that needs danda niyasta bhihi. But to honor our Goswamis, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he kept the danda. Maybe for the people of Kali Yuga to hit on the head. I may have some different reasons. But why there are three dand? Because they have only one dand, we must have three dand. Three dandi. Hare Krishna. So this is the, who are the beggars? They are the Turna, Mandala Pati, they have given up all the opulences. They came and they were begging some dry chapatis from the Brajavasis, soaking into the Jamuna water and eating some chickpea every third day under a different tree, right? And they have written Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, right? And after eating the paneer, sabzi and pizza, we are not able to understand. Huh? This is actually the meaning of this. This section has this meaning. They were beggars and they have compiled the ras, and we are not, after eating so much, we are not able to understand that. That's the meaning of this line, right? So the rest three lines, why Rukmini has chosen Krishna as a husband. So all these rest of the three lines, so first she has actually glorified the pure devotees of the Supreme Lord. She is actually glorifying the pure devotees of the Supreme Lord, that they are actually, they only know you, they are glorifying, they have nothing of this world as their possession, because you are their possession. Akinchan vittaya, you are the vitta, or the wealth of those who are really, these beggars have you as a wealth. So this is the first line. Now this one, Atma Atma Dishascha. Atma Atma means you give yourself. You are so magnanimous that you give yourself. On what price? Chalu bhar Ganga jalena tulsi jalena. This is what Advaita Acharya is saying. Chalu bhar Ganga jalena. Only you have a palm full of Ganga water, tulsi dalena, a leaf of flower, you can purchase Krishna. Vikrita, he is selling himself. So Atma Atma Dishas means he is giving himself. एक शिवलिंग था जंगल में, एक आदमी की इच्छा पूरी हो गई, उसने एक बड़ा घंटा चढ़ा दिया उसके ऊपर. A brass bell he just donated there. चोर ने देखा 500 तो कमा ही लूँ आज, तो घंटे को उतारने के लिए गया, घंटा बहुत ऊपर था, इट वॉज लिटिल हाई, कुछ देखा नहीं तो शिवलिंग के ऊपर चढ़ गया. घंटे को हाथ लगाया, शंकर जी सामने खड़े हो गए, बोला क्या चाहिए बोलो, व्हाट यू वांट. शंकर जी अपीयर्स, व्हाट यू वांट. नहीं सारी आपका घंटा, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेल. नो नो नो, व्हाट यू वांट. नो नो, so tell what you want. He said, I am pleased with you. So why you are pleased? Say, everybody is giving some water, some leaf. You have given yourself completely to me. अपने आप को चढ़ा, कोई पत्ता चढ़ाए, कोई जलाए, तुम अपने आप को चढ़ा दिया. So Krishna is giving himself. He has given himself to Arjun. Krishna has given himself to Arjun. He is sitting, Krishna is sitting down and Arjun sitting high. He has given up to himself to Arjun. He said, you select, and Arjun selected, and he become simply senior bhyor madhya arthya sthapme. Krishna looked at her, he's giving me order. Okay, I have given, so I should follow. He said, what you will do there? Krishna was so simple. He said, what you will do there? Nirikshayam. Oh, you want to really see? All right. Then where did Krishna bring the chariot of Arjun? Bhisham Drona Paramuktam Sarvesham Chamaikshitam. Where he brought the chariot? In front of? Bhisham. Why? Now this is a turning point of Bhagavad Gita. This is a turning point of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is speaking half verse 25th. Pashyatam Kuruniti. And this has changed it's a paradigm shift in the consciousness of Arjuna from fighting to hiding. No. This is half verse spoken by Krishna in first chapter. Till this time Arjuna was in a mood to fight. After this he says no. Why? Because Krishna wanted to give Bhagavad Gita. So here also the whole purpose is really to give us some insight that how we should understand Krishna. Only who can tell us? Those who are, Rukmini can tell us what is the opulence of Krishna, what is the greatness of Krishna, how really we can love and serve Krishna. So this is like in one commentary Srila Prabhupada writes, when Prachetas were instructed by Lord Shiva, he said this is Rudra Sampradaya. So this is Lakshmi Sampradaya. The Lakshmi Devi is giving her all the instructions for the followers of the Vaishnava Sampradaya how to relate with Narayan. She is the founder of the, she is the original Shri Sampradayas, Rukmini Shri Sampradayas, what we call it? Parvartik, right? So, you can give yourself. I have chosen you because you give yourself. And what is in yourself actually? Jagatam. I have actually analyzed the whole world. Not only the princes of this small tiny planet, Bharata Khanda. I have actually examined Jagatam iti me. I have examined all universes. I have scrutinizingly analyzed the whole universe. Vrtosi, and I have chosen you. Why you have chosen me? Who you have actually examined in the whole three worlds? Abhaja, born on the lotus, Brahma, Abhaja, Bhava, Shankar, Nakapatim Indra, the Nakapati Indra. I have examined all these three principal, administrative demigod Indra and the principal three of the two demigods, Shiva and Brahma. They are the highest of this material world. I have examined all them. Below that, all the kings, where they stand now. You are speaking of those princes, those princes who came, Shishupal and Jarasandha and Dandavakar. They are bag of dead flesh, she will say afterwards. So she said, I have compared, all these I have rejected. Hitva, I have rejected. Hitva, I have rejected all these. Why? Bhavad Bhurva Udrita, your eyebrows, from where the time comes, call comes, Bhavad Bhurva Udrita Kala Vega. From where call is arising? From your eyebrows. And that call is shaking everybody. That call, Kala Vega, is so powerful that everybody is frustrated by that. So, Dvasta. This Kal, what Kal is doing? Dvasta, finish. What? Asisho. Asisho means blessing. Asisho. Oh, Ashish given by all these are finished by Kal. But you are eternal. I have chosen something eternal which is not influenced by Kal. That's what the meaning here is. So now this verse meaning as it is okay? Huh? Those who are Paramahansas, they glorify your prowess. I have chosen you because you give yourself. I have analyzed all three words. I have rejected the Brahma, Shiva and Indra because I have Hitva because the time or Kal, Vega, which is arising from eyebrows, is actually destroying all their benediction and whatever is expected that is finished. Right? Shall I read now the translation? Is it okay? Knowing that great sages who have renounced the sannyas danda proclaim your glories. Knowing, I know this, that's what she is saying. That you are the supreme soul of all souls and that you are so gracious that you give away even your own self. Krishna can be accepted. Bhakti, the 12th chapter is Bhakti Yoga. It is started by Shraddha and it ends by Shraddha. Sri Bhagavan Vacha? Huh? What is the second verse? Shardhaya paryopetas. Shardhaya paryopetas. And what is the last word? Shardha. Shardhadhana mat parma. So what is the meaning of Shardha? Thing which you have not seen, you have to believe. That's called Shardha. Shardha means the thing which is not in front of you and you have to accept that. That's called Shardha. So Bhakti is Shardha. And how Rukmini has accepted Krishna? Simply by hearing from Narad Rishi and other about the glories of Krishna. So that's what she is telling is, that is the authority of the saintly people. What is that? Is something I have. It is written in English. I am reading in English. Prabhu, please speak in Hindi. Thanks. I think two gentlemen are here. Let us honor the gentlemen. Yeah. Well, today is Ekadashi, so we have to fast. So we'll fast from Hindi. What I told you yesterday about fasting, if the devotees who have mobile phone with the internet, they really want to develop the love of Godhead, then they have to do two fasting. On Saturday, WhatsApp fasting. On Sunday, Facebook fasting. These fastings are most important. Otherwise, no love will develop. Right? Hare Krishna. So, I heard that you give yourself from the saintly people. They said. And Narad, this is said by Narad. And he purchased Krishna from all the queens of Dwarka. He purchased. And he was about to take Krishna. And then all queens realized, oh my God, we have sold our husband. And then he says, give us back. All right, now you bring all your ornament, put on one side and Krishna on the other side. All 16,108 queens ornament on one side, Krishna is so heavy it was not lifting up. And ultimately what was required? A leaf, tulsi leaf, to be put. Krishna was high up, no problem. So this is his soul. Narada is saying he's purchased. So Narada has the experience, he has purchased. It's not he's theoretically saying that Krishna give himself. Sudama's wife said same thing. He gives himself. People give something, but he gives himself. He gives himself only to the devotees. To Duryodhana he gave the army. To Arjuna he gave himself. So there is a difference. He gives to the others something which is going to be Dvansta Ashisho. He gives to them Dvanta Ashisho, everything finished with the time. But he gives to the devotees which is eternal, beyond Kal. Now the next line. I chose you as my husband, rejecting Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and the rulers of the heaven, whose aspirations are all frustrated by the force of time, which is born from your eyebrows. What interest then could I have in any other suitor? So what about this earthly princess? I have rejected the topmost leaders of this universe. So this is this translation of this verse, Srila Prabhupada. This is the disciples of Srila Prabhupada has given this translation on the basis of the commentary by Sridhar Swami, our Sanatana Goswami Pada and others. So the commentary says, this is Queen Rukmini's refutation of Krishna's statement in the text 16. Their Lord Krishna said, Bhikshu bhihi shalagita muda. I am glorified by beggars. But Queen Rukmini points out that those so-called beggars are actually sages in Paramahansa stage of life. Sannyasis who have reached the highest level of spiritual advancement, thus give up sannyas rod. Lord Krishna also made two specific accusations against his wife in text 16. He said, Vedrabhi etad avignaha. My dear Vedrabhi, you are not aware of the situation. And tvaya adirgha samikshaha, because you lack foresight. In the present verse, Rukmini's statement, iti me vrto asi, indicates, I chose you as my husband because you possess the above mentioned qualities. You possess the above mentioned qualities. I was not, what are above mentioned qualities? I chose you because of the above mentioned qualities. What are above mentioned qualities? You are giving yourself and you are glorified by the Paramhansas. I know this and I heard this from the Paramhansas, therefore I have selected. It's not that I have blindly selected you. I have heard from the authorities. What is the authority? Shastra, sadhu. So sadhu speak Shastra. So I heard from the sadhus all these things. So I have chosen you, not blindly, but thoroughly examining everything. So then we have to refer really to the letter, the letter of the Rukmini which she wrote to the Krishna along with the Brahman of Vidrabdesh. That letter will really show us that what she was understanding about Krishna. That was her first Prema Patra, right? But it was not secret, it was given through Brahman. So Brahmans are trustworthy, but when Brahman came with a good result, he said, he has come. She only says, thank you. At that time, Lakshmi would have given something to Brahmans, Brahman would never have been poor. So big trouble Brahman has taken. He walked all the way to Dwarka. It is my mercy of Krishna. He came on the chariot, he gave the good news, and she said, Tata, thank you. That's all. So some commentator write, this Lakshmani has actually favored the Brahmans at that time. If she would have given something as a big gift, then the Brahman would have been spoiled. So don't expect anything when the service is rendered to the devotees in glorifying, uniting this is like uniting Sita with Ram And Hanuman did not accept anything. Even Ram wanted to give something at that time, but at that time Lord Ramchandra was taking bath, so he have only the copan that he gave to the Hanuman. Still he is wearing that. But it was not in his, he cannot have, but Hanuman is complaining always whenever I go here. He said, all the young brahmacharis, they come and ask me, please arrange my marriage. I am very much upset with that. I never married, how can I arrange their marriages? Hanuman is really very much frustrated that they are all just coming with so many gifts. I don't need any gift, and they are asking me arrange my marriage. So what is this? So this is really to whom what gift should be given, that we have to really see from Bhagavatam. Prithu Maharaj, the gifts given as a king. Vaman Dev, gifts given to the brahmacharis are different gifts. So what gift? Dadati Prati Granati is a devotional giving and taking, but which gift should be given to whom, that we should understand. Right? So this is important, which gift we have to give. The two examples, Prithu Maharaj was given the kingly gift. All the demigods, same demigods. And when they came, they gave the gift to the Vaman Dev, there were different gifts. Right? So when Dadati Pranigardi, it should also be with consideration which gift should be given to whom. Right? So for offering sari to Hanuman is not a good gift. This is Rukmini further mentions that she passed over lesser personalities like Brahma, Shiva and the ruler of heaven, because she saw that even though materially speaking they are great personalities, they are frustrated by the powerful waves of the time which emanate from the eyebrows of Lord Krishna. So, any incident where you remember the Kal is coming from the eyebrow of Krishna, or under the direct control of Krishna? Yes. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra or after the battlefield of Kurukshetra? On the or after? Well, that is also good. Bhisham Pitama, while lying on the bed of arrows, when he is addressing Dharamraj, he was first very happy to see Dharamraj with a Hastinapur crown, because he said, my words to my father are fulfilled now. The Hastinapur's, now the throne is in a well hand, so I can now leave. And then he asked, Yudhishthira, you are yourself Dharmaraj, personified Dharma. You have no enemy. You have not done anything wrong. You have Krishna as your advisor. But still so many reverses in your life. How much you have suffered? And then he says, Yudhishthira did not answer. Then he said, it's all Kala. It's all Kala. It's a powerful time. Then Bhisham Dev, he took his finger like that towards Krishna and he said, this Kal is working under his direction. It was his plan. Therefore you accept now the throne and take care of the citizens. So where one of the Mahajan Bhisham Pitama is saying this Kal is working directly under his direction. He pointed finger to Bhisham Pitama. This Kal is working under his direction. This Kal. So Rukmini Devi is saying Kal is frustrating all these. Brahma was frustrated when he stole the calves and cowherd boys. He was frustrated. Kal has frustrated him. Indra was frustrated when he was drowning the Braj. And Lord Shiva was frustrated when he was, he promised to the Sasra, what is the name? Banasur, that he will protect him, and then he was frustrated. All three were frustrated by Kal or not? All these are in Bhagavad, frustrated by Kal, these three examples what she gave. So all these three were completely frustrated by the time. Banasur, Shankar by Sammohan, and Indra. It is surprising. All these demigods, they went along with the Bhumi Devi, a Mother Earth, to pray, Krishna, please appear. And when Krishna appeared, they forgot that he is Lord. They all went before his appearance to the Sutaki Graha of Kansa, where Krishna was about to appear. And they offered their wonderful prayers to Krishna, who has not yet appeared. And they are the all same again, doubting Krishna. That is what it means. Kal is frustrating them. So twice they have, first they went, invited, then they went to welcome him before his coming. So first they gave the invitation, then they received, and now after they receive, they are saying, anyway, our power is, they were a little bit become puffed up with their power sometime. Prabhupada writes, the Indra was a little puffed up. So when somebody is really too much habituated to get much respect, and when you don't get respect, he gets really frustrated. So Indra was getting all the times this whole puja, and then no puja, then he become really duja. Huh? So this also, this what really Krishna is teaching is that we should not be really used to this taking so many puja, otherwise it is going to ruin us at some stage. Therefore Bhaktisiddhanta said, what is it? Pratishta, Sukar, Vishta. All these things we should just simply offer it to Supreme Lord and get away. That is the safest way. Krishna can accept, not we. Krishna can accept, no problem. So one prostitute brought she brought a very nice golden necklace for Krishna, and Pujari was really knowing she and saw. Just go. From behind, Krishna really said, what are you doing? She's offering me or you? She's offering me. Bring her here. Krishna. Next day she invited her prasad, and he foolishly went there, and then he lost his consciousness. Then he said, Krishna, what is this? He said, I can take, not you. Don't misunderstand. So really speaking, this is what this is the realization of Rukmini. What she is telling us to whom we should choose. In other words, she is negating the worship of the demigods. As a Pravartak of a Vaishnava Sampradaya, she is negating the worship of the demigods. This statement is very simple, right? She is negating. Rukmini is negating the worship of the demigod, or accepting them as everything. Why she is rejecting? This verse is, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written this word, Dvasta Ashisha means their benedictions. Ashisha means benedictions. They are finished with this life. Even within this life, you have to go 10 times to get this blessing again and again. So this is another angle to look at. Her teachings are really something. The demigod worship is not the highest worship. Krishna, your worship is the topmost. She is establishing this truth. Therefore, far from lacking foresight, Rukmini chose Lord Krishna after an exhaustive appraisal of the entire cosmic situation. Thus she lovingly rebuked her husband here. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying, so now Rukmini, there's one statement is interesting. Krishna's Ichha Shakti. Ichha Shakti means his desire, his potency of desire. If he desires, the whole material world comes. Sankalp Shakti. His desire, Sankalp Shakti. We have some Sankalp Shakti? Brahmachari and Sankalp Shakti you have? Huh? Yes, in dream we really have So many big palaces and everything in dream. We have our Shankal Shakti in dream. We make so many things in dream. So we have Shankal Shakti only in dream. So Krishna has this desire to see the angry mood of Rukmini. And Garga Santa also, Krishna went as a black gopi to the Radharani, and ultimately when she became a little more friendly, then he said, Krishna is cow and is black, why you are attached? Krishna is saying the same thing there to Radharani, exactly like this. And then Radharani really became furious. Who are you to speaking like that? Krishna wanted to know really what is in Radharani's heart. So here is same thing, that pastime. One statement is very wonderful. This is called Vak-Vyog. Krishna is giving Vak-Vyog to Rukmini. Vak-Vyog means separation only in words. But Krishna has given the physical Vyog to the gopis. He has completely left the gopis for 100 years. Still they were loving Krishna. So they were the highest actually. This incident shows how deep our love of gopis is. Also this is the another angle to see how deep love of gopis is for Krishna. Because Vak-Vyog, simply separation of the words, she become unconscious. And while Krishna has physically left them, but still they are always thinking of Krishna. So that is the height of actually gopis' love, which is reflecting through this pastime. It's Vak-Vyog. This is called Vak-Vyog. Ultimately, all these queens in one of the meeting with Radharani at called Siddha ashram. Radharani and all the queens of Krishna, they met at Siddha ashram. This Siddha ashram, there is a sarovar which is called, the sarovar is called Kapil Dev is born, Kapil Dev is born there. Mother Kardam Muni and Devuti lived there. That is called Bindu Sarovar. Some of you visited that place? No? It is near Ahmedabad, on that road. So first eclipse Krishna went to the Kurukshetra because it was before war. After war, that place was not easy to go. So Krishna came there at Siddha ashram. At that time, all these queens went to serve really Radharani. And then Radharani told one wonderful then that there's only one moon, but there are million lovers of the moon, Chakor. So Krishna is one, but we are so many lovers. So she wanted really to tell that Krishna is, they wanted to know, Krishna is, Rukmini knows, he's always with me, but when he's sleeping, he's speaking of Gopi and Radha. So Krishna really, to show also this how deep affection for those, and there is a milk pastime there, which most of the time you are all Nyasta Danda Muni Bhi, you are all Nyasta Danda Muni Bhi, so I have not to repeat this. So, thus the loving, so what I am saying, Sankalp Shakti, Krishna wanted really to see Rukmini angry, because he has a good experience of Sarvabhauma become angry quickly. He has good experience. So he wanted really Rukmini to see as angry. But her love was so pure and deep, so Sankalp Shakti could not work. And Rukmini was not getting angry at all. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, this is Grita Prema. Grita Prema, like ghee. And Satyamama's prem is Madhu. Madhu Prem, which is like honey. I think Rupa Goswami has written, the Brajavasi's prem is like, in olden days when somebody was giving charity, he was giving hidden charity. You know hidden charity? Not seen charity. Okay, let me tell you something about hidden charity. Some brahmachari went to some big man And they wanted really some big donation. He said, how much you need? And they were thinking how much we should ask. He said, say 10 lakhs. He said, what? Why 10? 20. He's put 20 lakhs. And then he was sitting in the car. Then one realized he has not signed. He said, Mahashyaji said, you have not signed. He said, I only give the donation which is without name. Gupta dhan deta hu. Not signed check, it is a Gupta dhan. It is a, I cannot put my name. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, when people used to give gold in olden days as a Gupta dhan, as a hidden charity, they used to give gold, but they used to put in a winter in a ghee. So color of the cow's ghee is yellow and gold is yellow. So if somebody melt the ghee, then he can find out the gold, then he will. He said, ghee, what is the importance of ghee? Gold is important, right? This is the type of love which are Aishwarya Bhakta. Those who see the opulence of Krishna, then that butter, it becomes melt, and then can see the gold, and they say, no, gold is good, butter is. But Brajamasis, they are always winter there, though it may be faulty, but their ghee is always so condensed that they can never see the gold inside. So they have no importance for the gold. So this is the deep love which cannot melt even by seeing so many opulences. So this love of the Rukmini is compared by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur as Girta Prema. Girta Prema, condensed like ghee. Now, our Prabhupada's loving disciples have given the purport. They have quoted Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur interprets Rukmini's mood as follows. My dear husband, your accusation that I lack foresight indicate that you did not know of my deep insight into the situation. Actually, I chose you because I knew of your true glories. Here ends the purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much. Any question or comment? Gopinath ji, few words of wisdom. Hare Krishna. Gauranga ji? Yeah, mic is coming. You cannot, Ekadashi, nobody can say, it's not fasting. Don't mic. What is that? Oh, Niyasta Danda. Niyasta Danda means glorify. Hare Krishna. Anybody really wants to have some comment or some good blessings? Maybe squeezing to see what is inside. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavat Mahapurana ki, Jai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.